sorry, but I needed to reapproach on the Bennett matter.
All right.
Your Honor, I cannot put on the system those two different start dates. We had the medical support starting in March of 2021. So what I'm asking Your Honor is, can I change the start date of the medical support to $200 beginning June 1st of 2021, but then also give Ms. Sion a judgment of $600. So essentially it's the exact same outcome. It's just I'm
Sure.
changing the dates to match.
Okay. We can do that then. Then cash medical support judgment.
It's
Rearage.
$600. It's $600.
To be paid at the rate of
$50 a month is fine with the state, Your Honor.
dollars a month beginning
June 1st of
June 1st.
2021.
Okay, hold on a minute. And he will then be ordered to pay $200 a month in cash medical support beginning June 1st.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank
Those
you, Your
changes
Honor.
are
May I
made.
be excused?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bennett. You can log back to that Zoom if you have questions. I will send you the. I know you need to get to your therapy appointment.
No, I'm good.
Okay,
Okay, so
Shagola.
hang up on this.
And again,
Shagola,
I'd like to apologize.
who's
for this
handling
conversation.
Chagola, please? Ms. Parker. All right, what are we doing on that case? This is cause number 2016-50065 in the interest of Ida Chagola. What
Your Honor, we need to have a hearing based on whether or not Mr. Chavez is intentionally underemployed. He's here. Can you can both of you guys come on camera? Ms. Chagola and Mr. Okay,
there it goes.
okay. Mr. Chavez, can you come on camera?
All right, this cause number 2016-50065 in the interest of Viva Chagola. Please, parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Linda Ann Chagoya, mother of Iva Chagoya.
All right, and sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Ricky Chavez. I'm the father.
And for the state.
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
All right, we've got a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support rearage. We're having a hearing, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do we have any stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor. The parties stipulate that as of April 30th, 2021, Mr. Chavez is in arrears in child support in the amount of $1,171.49. And the parties also stipulate that he's in arrears for the medical support as of April 30th, 2021 in the amount of $333.89.
Right. And
the parties do stipulate that Mr. Chavez has 3 other children that live with him.
okay. Is that the sum total of the stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is that so far? Is that your agreement, Mr. Chagoya
Yes.
and Mr. Chaides?
Yes.
All right. So the issue then
is whether or not he is intentionally underemployed, because Mr. Chavez does have a he is currently employed, but he is working part-time as an Amazon driver, and he says he's also currently in school.
So are we modifying the current child support order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which is, what is the current child support?
His current child support amount that he pays right now is just give me 1 second, my computer shut it down. It's $584 on the child support, and I just have to give me 1 second, I can tell you what the medical is. No, it's excuse me, Your Honor. It's $528 on the child support. That's his current obligation, $528, and the medical support obligation is $123.
All right, and Mr. Chaitis is requesting downward modification of those figures.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, let's proceed.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Ricky Chaitas. Mr. Chaitas, where are you currently employed?
Amazon,
Okay, and how much do you make per hour?
16 an hour,
How many hours do you work per week?
either 15 to 20, depending if there's extra shifts available.
Okay, and how much do you bring home per week?
About 200, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on the hours.
Okay, and when the order was set for Iva previously, where were you working?
Amazon full-time,
When you did this order back in 2018, you were working with Amazon full-time?
no, 18. I believe I was with a contractor company at the time at 18.
Okay, and do you remember how much you were making in 2018?
About 21,
$21 per hour. And how many hours were you working per week?
40 hours a week.
And now you don't work 40 hours, correct?
Correct.
Why don't you work 40 hours per week?
Because they're only offering part-time right now because I was seasonal, but then they let go and they hired me back as part-time. And then I'm also going to school full-time
And you've been going to school full-time for how long?
since last year.
Since
Since
when, I'm
last-
sorry? Since when?
2020?
No. Give me a month or
Okay.
a year.
Let's say January of 2020.
And were you still working for Amazon when you started that?
No, at that time I was a contractor for I believe it was Anchor Industrial.
Were you working full time?
Yes, I was. But then the pandemic hit and that's when everything shut down. So I got let go.
All right, go ahead, Miss Parker.
And you said you go to school full-time, correct?
Yes.
And how do you provide for your children that live in your house, since you go to school full-time and you only work a part-time job?
Because we moved into my mother-in-law's house, like we relocated to Dallas, to her house specifically, since I don't have to worry about as much bills and I can focus on school.
How many bills do you have to pay now?
Cell phone and whatever I can pitch in for the other bills whenever I have enough money.
Okay, and when you started going to school full-time, were you receiving financial aid?
Yes, I was at the time.
How much financial aid did you receive?
About $1,100.
And are you currently receiving financial aid?
No, I am not.
Okay, what is that? $1,100 tells me nothing. A year, a month, a week, what?
$1,100 for the year of 2020
All right.
financial aid.
And that covered all the cost of your schooling. You didn't have to pay anything. Okay,
Correct.
and are you currently still receiving that $1,100?
Not anymore. Once I start school again and I bring my grades up, I will be eligible for it again in the fall of 2021.
Okay, so currently you're not receiving, just to clarify, currently you're not receiving any financial aid because your grades were bad and you lost your financial aid.
Helped out all my classes, all the pandemic, and then everything went online, and I couldn't manage all online classes. So I'm dropping out and lost my financial aid because of it.
Okay, so you lost your financial aid because of it and you're working part-time because you're in school, but you're not doing well in school, correct?
Not the, well, right now? Right now, yes, that's correct.
Okay, and in that time, have the needs of your child changed since you started working part-time?
Not as much, because since I don't pay as much bills, I'm still able to provide for them.
Okay, and have you tried to get a full-time job?
Yes, I have.
And where have you tried to get a full-time job at?
At the oil refineries in Houston, Texas, I tried getting multiple jobs, but no one was hiring. So I had to
Okay,
get part-time.
have you tried to get a full-time job at a fast food restaurant?
Yes, I did, but they were only paying like $10 or $11 an hour.
Okay, and you didn't want to work making $10 or $11 an hour?
I thought I was gonna be able to go full-time again with Amazon, but they're gonna keep me part-time for now. Once I reach my probationary period, then they'll readjust and see if I can go into full-time. But as of right now, it's strictly part-time.
And when's the last time you applied to try to get a full-time job?
Back in February of the 2021,
And where did you apply to?
I applied at a racetrack and a fast food restaurant.
Okay, and did you get hired? Did you get offered employment at either one of those places?
No, I did not.
Okay, so when's the last time you applied for a full-time job where you got an offer of employment?
I have not, since I started working at Amazon, I decided just to stay with Amazon for now until I found something better.
Okay, so you've just decided to stay at the job where you make where you work 15 hours per week, correct?
Yes, with the hopes of being hired on full-time later on.
Okay, and you've been working there for you started working at this time for 5 weeks, correct?
Right.
And in those 5 weeks, you've made $764.16, correct?
Correct.
That's what you made. That was your year-to-date total since you've been working there since April 25th, correct?
Correct. And on top of that, I have been paying the child support on top of it. I'm actually getting less.
Okay. You said you've been paying child support on top of only making $724.16 for 5 weeks, correct?
It's being automatically deducted at every pay period, which is every week. So even though I'm still overpaying from what I'm making now, I'm still attempting to try to keep up with it. And I've never fallen too far behind. I've always caught up.
Okay, Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Ms. Chagoya, do you have any questions for Mr. Chaides?
No, sir.
All right, call your next witness.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Linda Chagoya.
All right.
Yes.
Ms. Chagoya, when you were together with Mr. Chaides, he worked a full-time job, correct?
When I knew him, yes.
Okay, and before he went to school, did he ever communicate with you that he was gonna start going to school?
He talked about it, that
Okay,
he
but
wanted to go to school.
Okay, but did he tell you that he was gonna start working a full-time job for him to go to school?
No,
And have the needs of your daughter gone down any since he's decided to work a full-time job? I mean, to work a part-time job.
no, ma'am.
And under the previous order, you were the person that was ordered to receive child support, correct?
Yes,
And do you believe that Mr. Chaides could get a full-time job?
yes, he's very capable.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for her.
Mr. Chaides, do you have any questions of Ms. Chagoya?
No.
All right, Ms. Parker, anything further?
Yeah, sorry, Your Honor, I forgot. I have one further question for Ms. Triaga. Ms. Triaga, how is your daughter currently covered on health insurance?
She's through Medicaid. They approved me for the year for right
Okay.
now. This is the first time she's ever been on Medicaid or myself.
Okay. And you are asking that the court would order a cash medical amount in whatever they determine it to be, correct?
Yes.
All right, Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Mr. Chaidas, do you have any further questions of Ms. Chayoga? All right, Ms. Parker, you have a final argument?
Your Honor, our final argument is that Mr. Chaidas is intentionally underemployed. He went back to school because he wanted to go back to school, and he's currently in school, but he's also not doing well in school. He lost his financial aid. He still doesn't have a full-time job. He has 3 children that live in the home with him. He still has this other child to support, and he chose to go back to school. I don't know why, but his daughter's needs have not changed. His children's needs have not changed. If he wants to better himself, that's good, but you can't better yourself at the expense of your children. And the state believes that he could at least get a minimum wage paying job and work 40 hours per week. And that's the state's final argument, Your Honor.
So if he did get a minimum wage paying job and work 40 hours a week, then what would his child support be?
$161 per month.
All right. And Mr. Chaidas, do you think you still have an obligation to support your child
Of course I do.
that's not living with you?
No, I've always supported. I've always paid what I was owed.
So how much do you think that you should be paying in support of that child?
Well, the part-time amount I believe right now, because although she made sure that I'm going to school, I am going to school full time. I am trying to balance. They're just during the pandemic where everything.
Yeah, but you're flunking why are you flunking your grades? Why are you not passing your grades?
There's only one semester, Your Honor, and that was when the pandemic hit. And after the pandemic hit, everything went online, and the teachers weren't adjusted to it.
Well, okay. Well, my question is, why are you not passing your grades in school? Are you attending school? Huh?
Yes, I'm passing now. I just didn't pass that one semester.
Which semester?
The fall semester of 2021, 2020.
The fall semester. Okay. And this semester,
You're doing better.
what are you doing in school? What are you pursuing?
I was pursuing engineering, so right now I was doing applied science.
Where are you going to school?
I was going to school at San Jack. Now I just transferred to TCC, which is a community college in Dallas.
That 161 that you're talking about, Ms. Jeffries, does that take into consideration the cash medical support? And if so, what amount?
Yes, the cash medical support would be $45, Your Honor. And also, we would ask you to set the payout amount on the arrears, Your Honor.
What were the stipulated amounts of the judgments again?
Okay, for the medical support, it was $337.89, and for the child,
That's the arrearage?
yes, on the medical, yes, that's the arrears on the medical, and then the arrears on the child support are $1,171.49.
All right, the court grants the modification. Father's order to pay child support in the amount of $161 a month. Cash medical support in the amount of $45 a month beginning June 1st, 2021. Fathers to pay stipulated child support arrears judgment at the rate of $45 a month and cash medical arrears at the rate of $20 a month beginning June 1st, 2021. All other stipulations approved. Anything
Okay.
further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you guys just need to log back onto the Zoom where we just were so we can wrap up the order.
You know the number of that? I don't think I have it on me.
Okay, yeah, I can give it to you. It's 892
Somebody.
0876
Okay.
3897.
All right, who's handling the Stockdale matter?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Stockdale, please unmute yourself. Are you on video or telephone?
He's joined by phone.
Okay. All right, this is cause number 20. This is cause number 2020-63588. In the interest of Rodney Stockdale, all parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Ms. Stockdale, please unmute yourself. And what is your answer?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ms. Stockdale, what is your answer?
Oh, sorry.
yes, I do.
Okay. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Darlene Marie Stockdale, and she's my daughter.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
David John Stockdale. She's my daughter.
All right, and for the state?
Marcella Turner.
And we've got an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship. What are we doing today?
Your Honor, the parties appeared back here on March 17th of 2021. That reset order was signed by the court. And Mr. Stockdale has appeared today requesting once again another reset to have additional time to hire or consult with an attorney. Mr. Stockdale requested a reset back in March of this year for that same reasoning. Ms. Stockdale has indicated that she is not in agreement with another reset and would like to proceed forward today. And the state would like to proceed forward today as well.
All right, Mr. Stockdale, you have a request of the court.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to see if I could get a time extension so I could seek counsel. I've been making attempts. It's not exactly been easy with my work schedule and everything else. I do travel, and whenever I did finally find somebody that was willing to work with me because of the technicalities behind my case and other cases, it was an issue of money. And I finally got to the point that I have money for a lawyer. I need a little bit more time to secure one.
Have you consulted with an attorney?
Yes, sir. I'm in Freeport right now, but I live in Houston. I'd have to look. I've got it written down somewhere. I have an attorney in Houston that I've been talking to, and he's agreed to take my case. I just had to get the money together.
Where are you living?
I live in Houston. I work in Freeport when I work.
All right. All right, give me a 30-day extension, Miss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Stockdale is not going to make any difference in the terms of child support. It's just going to sort of stack up for another 30 days. What is it? All right, I'm resetting this matter to June 29th, 2021. No further resets beyond that.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
So if you hire an attorney, make sure they can be here, ready for trial on June 29th, 2021. If that attorney says, I've got other cases, whatever, no, you better go talk to another attorney. If you appear without an attorney, you'll be representing yourself. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Stockdale and Mr. Stockdale, if you could log